Hey, this is Greg with Underground Graphics. Today we're going to show you the rear gate inlay for your Jeep JL. This is going to be that piece that goes behind that handle, up in that seam. This is to complement the vent kit, also the hood kit that we have for the Jeeps. And what you're going to need for this is a Torx 30, I believe a 1/8 Allen key to take the handle off the back. We're going to have to take out this taillight, take off that handle. It's going to go on, this is wrap film, so this is going to go on with heat. I'm going to get that set in, and leave a little bit of air, get that down with heat, reassemble, post heat, and we'll be good to go. This may be a little bit lengthy, so you may have some spots that kind of get sped up, slow back down again. I'll do my best to kind of walk you through this. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is get that taillight out. Again, there's a cap right here in the back that you're going to pop out, go back with that Torx 30. And this is a spring-loaded, it's like a pin with a screw in the back. It's got a spring in it though. So once you start to unscrew this, it's not going to come falling out, but there's a little rubber grommet we're going to take out of here. I've already taken that out. You may want a flashlight to see the head on that. And you may need one with a little bit of length on this. This one's just enough to stay in there, and this really won't unscrew. You just want to get that loose. Get back in the video. Enough to where you'll feel this get loose. So as that comes out, then you can pull this out, lift up, down, this slides out, and then there's another pin here. This part's a little trickier. You really don't want this to drop down in the door. You still want to have access to that. I try and put a little bit of masking tape around that. Leave it kind of loose. You can even go the other way with it, because what I want to do is just get it to where there's some adhesive on that and just barely sitting in there, and then I can use a pair of pliers to pull that back out. I don't know if you can see that. That's all I need. And you can close this, and you can still pull down on here if you need to open. So now that that's down, there's a rubber trim here. And then cleaning. Again, I like that alcohol water mix. I want to get rid of any dust, dirt, contaminants, especially grease. And we're just playing with that handle, so we've got a lot of stuff around here. Again, try not to push that pin back in there. Make sure we get good in this recession, because we're going to put that vinyl right all the way in there. So this is how this is going to fit, is right there. So you do want these edges should be right up against that bevel, and that's it. I think we're good. Again, this is wrap film, it's a dry install. You can really use your hands if you want. Some people wear the wrap glove. I'm gonna cut out just a little. Again, you won't see this because it's behind the handle. Probably give you a little bit of relief. Get this a little bit flatter. There we go. I'm gonna leave a little bit. Don't tack there. Leave a little bit of spot for that air to come out. Because we're gonna have a lot to push in. We're gonna kind of work our way up and in. I apologize for that rattle. Windy day today here in Houston. Those garage doors are banging and clanging. Now we're using the heat gun. This is where we're going to get that material soft. And it's just going to sink right into the hand recession, or the handle recession. See, there's that little air pocket. So that's what I want to be able to do, is just lift a little bit. Leave that. Very little stress on this. And we can heat that again. Now with this film, you want to post heat about 180 degrees. You really do that after, but I want to heat this up pretty warm. Get this nice and hot so I can see if there's going to be any spots coming up. It looks like we're good. Especially that spot there in the middle. Now you do want to cut this one right in the middle. If you want to draw a line or measure a line, you can. I like to heat this up, get a little bevel. I can kind of see that in the film. And I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do this. Go back with that heat. And we can go back once this is back on and heat those corners, make sure that's adhered good. Right now we're going to go ahead and cut out this area so we can get back in there. Again, you can really see there's a good edge there. You can leave some of the vinyl exposed if you want. I just want enough to get back to get my parts out. You really do want to get kind of close to that edge on this so that this gasket goes back in well. So you can see that edge, you can kind of push down and see where that vinyl stops. You cut to the edge of that metal. And this part doesn't have to look pretty because it's going to be covered up with that handle. But we do want to make sure we have the edges of that gasket tucked in. Feel that snap back into place. We can use this chance too to go ahead and get those inside edges. Just the reverse order of what we did. In and down. It's gonna slide in. Gotta hit that screw again. Nice and snug. Very good. Now we'll get that tail light back in. This is that pin I was talking about. As you can see, this comes up through the inside, pin goes in here, but there's that spring on that, so you got to get this in and really push on that to get that in. Make sure you put that red tab back down. Like you can see, there's a little ledge on the edge of this taillight. That's going to go in that corner first. One more check around that edge. That taillight meets right up against that edge. You've got just a little bit of play to shift right and left. You're going to want that more on the left side than the right. If your cap goes back in. All right, and that's the install of the rear gate door inlay. Thank you.